lot of people like around social media, NBA, even with Pelicans, etc., etc. Everyone's like, oh, can the Pelicans make the 8th seed? Like, guys, I don't know. If this happens and that, like, dude, shut up. Just shut up. All right. Like, we're going to win. We're going to win enough games and the right kind of games to secure the 8th spot. Like, it is like not going to not happen. Like, it is happening. Right. So if you're a Pelicans fan and you're like thinking, oh, like, will we make it? And like, dude, you yourself, by thinking that, you're doing a disservice to the name, the Pelicans franchise. You know what I mean? Like, dude, get some freaking balls, right? And just like, yeah, and just like, what's it called? Say like, yeah, we're gonna make it because we're gonna freaking make it, right? Like, okay, because it's us. Like, and not, it's easier just to say it, right? But you'd be like, oh, Ryan, where's a bit of the backup, etc., etc. Well, hey, listen up, I've got a bit of a backup. And I have actually posted this kind of content on the Instagram at Pelbros, right? In case you guys are wondering. And yeah, so the main competitors for the 8th seed, obviously it's a race between 6 teams in the Western Conference. First off, we got Memphis, who are currently in the 8th seed as of right now. And then we got Portland, San Antonio, Sacramento, Phoenix, and ourselves. So out of everyone that we're competing against, we have the easiest schedule. I think not even out of the people that we're competing against, I think we have the easiest schedule in the whole entire league, for fuck's sake, right? When it comes to the rest of the season. So that's like pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good, that's looking pretty good in terms of if we actually want to make the 8th seed, right? We just need that big momentum push. And today's, W versus Portland is a good way to start it. Next, we've got Golden State. That's probably an easy dub too. And then we're gonna meet Lakers and then Cavs and then Lakers again. So if we can win at least one of those Lakers games, that would be ideal. However, if we can't, that's life, baby. That's the game. We still got plenty of more games to win, right? Like, these are like the Laker games are losable games. However, obviously we don't want to lose them. However, if worst case scenario happens, it's like, we're still in the running for the 8th seed. If anything, I think 100% we're gonna make the 8th seed. So I just wanted to quickly mention that because I've just been seeing that all over my freaking social media and everything like that. And yeah, like how I see it, Memphis and Phoenix actually have probably the hardest schedules apart, like versus everyone in our direct competition for the 8th seed. And so with that, obviously Memphis is sitting on the 8th seed right now. That means they're just gonna like slowly slide out, which is good news for us. Portland, Dame is injured for. He was injured today's game and, for another 5 or so games. Let's say 3 to 5 games. However, those games are going to cost them. And their schedule is nowhere near as easy as ours too. So that these crucial games that Dame is sitting out on right now, I think that is going to cost them at the end. San Antonio, though, they had an upset win versus Utah today. I'm not too sure. I mean, like, they usually do quite well with Utah for some reason. But, yeah, they beat, what do you call it? Like San Antonio did beat Utah today, so that is obviously helping their case. They're still in the lead against us for the 8th seed. However, their schedule for the rest of the season is still not as easy as ours, so they got a tougher time to actually get there. However, we can't count them out. I think they've been in the playoffs for 22 years in a row, 22 seasons in a row, whatnot. So if they make it, I'm not gonna hate. However, at the same time, I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen because we got the Pelicans, baby. And in Sacramento, Phoenix, I don't really want to mention them. Phoenix has got quite a hard schedule, similar to Memphis, if not harder. And Sacramento has like a downslipping schedule in terms of it's quite easy, but nowhere near as easy as ours. If anything, Sacramento is similar to Portland in terms of strength of schedule for the rest of the season. So yeah, it's just like the stars are aligning perfectly for us. Just in terms of the season, rest of the season, right? The schedule strength, just for that factor alone, the stars are aligned for us to actually make a really, really strong, playoff push, really. And so with that, though, like, you could be like, okay, Ryan, that's cool, but you're so biased, man, like, da-da-da. Even though, like, this strength of schedule thing is maybe the most unbiased, impartial piece of information I could provide you. But, you could be like, oh, but that's like, that doesn't mean anything, da, da, da. But, okay, that's cool, right? because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to educate everyone here, right? I understand there's a lot of low IQ individuals listening in, and that's perfectly fine. I'm here to help you guys out too. So let me get into this a bit, right? So obviously, I've hinted this before. I don't want to go too in depth here because I'll leave that for a later episode in which I've actually got James back. Have a proper discussion. However, I do just want to quickly hint on a few things here, right? Like, so not only do we have this easy strength of schedule for the rest of the season, right? But everything is working out perfectly in terms of because we're already in the playoff question despite our franchise high 13 loss streak, right, earlier on the season. And thanks to people like BI obviously, but huge shout out to even someone like Kenrick Williams making hustle play, bringing energy onto the court during the earlier part of the season. Finally we kind of started to work things out. We were able to close games, and I think the height of everything was obviously that game in which BI scored that quote unquote game winner versus Utah. However, sent it overtime, but we still won it, so that's cool. I think that was the peak of our team chemistry, but everyone was meshing well. So we had like BI, and then we had like Jrue. Everyone is everyone's making their shots, everyone's making the right plays. So finally, we bring on Zion on board. First couple of games wasn't too great. However, that's the first. What's it called? It's just today was his 11th game. I think this guy's scoring like what 20 plus. I think it's like 20 plus per game, and maybe around 10 boards. So what? And I think he scored a couple of 30 games too, and just today it was like 25 points too. So dude, Zion is not an issue. If anything, Zion is doing much better now, because at first when he started, right. Like at first when he started with us, it was a bit of like okay, it's not necessarily a good fit, but he was putting up the numbers for us. Now it's like a perfect fit. Like we have that already good chemistry, like the team that like we have a team that's meshing well together, right? And now we've got Zion in the mix too, a once in a generational like talent, right? And so yeah, dude, like we're all hungry to actually get that AFC seed. So I'm just gonna leave it at that in terms of like why I believe we have such a huge case to actually make the AFC, especially compared to like all our other competitors right now. However, that's just something I briefly wanted to touch on. And like I said, today is going to be a bit of a shorter episode. So there's just a couple of topics I do actually want to run by you guys, but I'm going to have a quick sip of the beer.